All right.
That'll
Shall
good.
we kick off with our first question of the day?
Yep. What do we got, Chris? I'm looking forward to this.
Here we go. I have read that my super fund has been listed by APRA as an underperformer. Oof, does this mean I should change my super fund?
Oh, that's a good one and a hot topic. We've seen a lot of this lately. There's been a lot of media attention on super funds and performance. So I think the thing to think about is when they run these performance tests, Chris, they're specifically looking at a specific investment option within a super fund. So the super fund that you're in will usually give you a few different options to invest your money. And they'll look at specific investment options when they're doing these reviews of performance. So what I would say there is that just because you're in a fund that isn't performing too well or an investment that's not performing too well doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad super fund. Okay, so I think it's the old saying, you don't necessarily want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, and that can be the same case here, is that you might need to review the investment option you're in to see if there's maybe a better performing option. But at the same time, it may be that there's an issue with the fees in the super fund, or the way that it's invested is not might not be aligned to what you need either. So a few things to consider there.
Good answer. Good
yeah.
answer. Now, the APRA test is a relatively new phenomenon. It's been going on for about a year, where APRA, which is the prudential regulator, will compare super funds to benchmarks, and then they'll do a name and shame if the fund is underperforming. And as you noted, it doesn't necessarily mean the super fund or every investment in the super fund is underperforming. So, for example, if you have XYZ super fund, and typically APRA looks at the default fund, so that is the fund that gets chosen if you don't specifically make a choice. Then they'll look at that and they'll compare that to the benchmark and say, is it performing or underperforming? So it may just be you need to look at the investment options and make a selection. Sam, would you agree that typically the underperformers have the thing that makes them underperform is often the fees? So if someone has fees, that's a good start.
Absolutely. So I think fees are something that we obviously put a lot of focus on, and making sure that our clients aren't paying fees that are too high. So I think that's something that straight away the performance of that specific investment option is detracted by how much you're paying to be in that option. So certainly something to be mindful of.